How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? The brand new trailer for the Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimensions just dropped, and I thought we'd go through and find all the little details. There's quite a few different ones we can take a look at. So let's go through the entire trailers. There are actually several trailers to go through, so just fair warning, we're going to be doing this for a bit here. But let's get started with the first few things, which is the first trailer. Now, this one just shows off the actual, like, brand new stuff, what we're going to be doing, the characters and everything. As we can see, the fellas are standing here and they meet a new character. Now, we know her name, and we're going to go into that in a little bit. And also, the website usually updates with more information. We can see that we fall through a wormhole and end up on the other side after this. Also, interesting that they kind of highlight these two Megastones specifically, which I guess is specifically for the two new Megas we are getting in this DLC, which are revealed, which those two Megas are Mega Chimecho and Mega Excalibur, right? Those are the two new Megas. Now, here's where we get to see what the actual DLC is going to consist of. You're going to just be in an alternate, think of it kind of like the upside down version of essentially Lumio City, right? That's where you are going in Ultra Space. As you can see, the skybox changes to black, and the buildings are kind of like got this like weird sort of shader that makes them white and or kind of like a rainbow filter of sorts. But this is the biggest takeaway. Pokemon can now go up above level 100. Yes, level 120 is shown, 142, and also level 150. And we also get to see here, of course, Corviknight is in the game. I don't know if Corviknight, like, it wasn't in ZA, was he? We got Annihilate as well being shown off, so we get to see that. And we get to see, but Amamura was already in the game, so whatever. But either way, we get to see those as we go through. Our characters kind of like seems to, like, in this battle, seems to, like, do they win? I wonder, do we win? Oh, no, we lose. We actually end up losing, right? And our character loses and essentially, like, faints. So I do wonder if that's them trying to show us that, hey, it's essentially like going to be a harder version of the game, right? Like, it's going to be more struggle. It's not going to be as easy. Maybe that's what they're trying to imply. We can see that we're going to be, again, hanging out with, like, the fellas over at the Rust Syndicate. We're going to be there again with Corbo and all that, seemingly interacting. The story is going to continue there in some way, shape, or form. Emma is back again, and also the other fellas that we encountered throughout the ZA story. We're going to meet this new girl at the actual hotel. We have more details on who she is and what her deal is, and we're going to break down that in the other trailer. Corinna is back, and she has a new outfit, which if you look at it, she has a bunch of Megastones in it, okay? A bunch of Megastones are just mashed into her outfit, which looks a little insane. I'm not gonna lie. Also, we can notice that her name is Successor Corinna, right? It says Successor Corinna, which that wasn't her usual name, but like that wasn't her title before, as far as I'm aware. Also, we know based on leaks that another Pokemon that's going to get a Mega is Golurk, which interestingly enough is shown off here in this battle against, I think was the Excalibur there, right? And Chimecho, which does get a Mega, which we can take a look at in a second, is also shown off here as we Mega Evolve both of them. As you can see, Excalibur evolves, Chimecho evolves as well, and that's their Mega forms, in case you were wondering what they look like. Of course, they will, become stronger, just, the usual stuff. We get to see again, I'm not sure if that's a new move. Is that a new move? I think that might be a new move for, I think that might be a new move, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, I think that's a brand new move, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, we get to see that as we continue through the rest of it. We get to see the Alolan Raichus in action, what they actually look like in game properly. I do think the X version is better, in my personal opinion. Here we're talking about what if the worst case, like if we're talking the worst case scenario, hyperspace Lumios could eventually swallow the whole city. So I'm assuming that's because like these little wormholes are opening up all around the city. Then all of the Mega evolve, and I guess this might be some sort of final battle we're gonna have against someone. Who that is, we do not know 100%. I mean, we don't know for now, but we can see that this is actually a proper cutscene. Like, this looks like one of the like well-animated cutscenes, right? And we're gonna fight something or someone in there, I'm assuming. And the question, of course, is what's the deal with these two and how are they affecting this? The art also looks great, by the way. It really looks cool. And it's funny to see how like they split it on the two halves, right? On the right side, you have like, Urbane and then Tawny on the left here. Kind of cool. The art looks great. So let's continue forward. And here we see the release date. So yes, the release date of this DLC is Wednesday, December 10th, 4 days before my birthday. So I am very worried about how I'm going to be able to play this in time to then chill on my birthday for all the video creation. But yeah, we get to see that. And then they, of course, show off the Holo X and Y apparel sets, which are available as a part of this DLC. If you already bought it, you could already get them. So there's that. And they, of course, show up the early purchase bonus Pokeball sets, the luxury balls and all that. And then some information, which I think is going to be important for some of you guys. Excalibur's Megastone is going to be a reward following Season 3. So basically, for Season 2, right now, you can go and get Delphox's stone, which is very easy, apparently. Season 3 is going to be Chestnut, and then Season 4 is going to be Bexcalibur after Season 3, right? Now, we know that Season 3 should probably be starting, if I'm not mistaken, should basically start when the DLC comes out, right? So Bexcalibur should follow shortly after that, or the DLC, Season 3 should be, like, slightly before the DLC, somewhere around that time frame, right? So we get to see that. And at the end, also, there is this, which we will take a look at on the channel here, which, of course, is the Get the Diancie. Because, yes, right now, there is a side mission in the game where if you go into the Get via Internet button, you will get a special mission, or you get a stone specifically. You get the Diancie's Mega Stone. You get it, and then you can go with Emma and do an extra side mission called Shine Bright Like a Gemstone, which, yes, it's clearly a reference to the song itself, Shine Bright Like a Diamond. But you get to do a little side mission. We go on a roof, and you'll find a Diancie, which you can capture and add to your team, and then you also can, of course, Mega Evolve it, because you do have the Mega Stone from the, mystery gift, which you can get your hands on. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. This one is available right now. It is post-game, by the way. They do say at the bottom, though, that you do not have to have the DLC. This is not, the DLC is not necessary for this. It's just a little side mission, and you can just claim it as soon as you're done with the base story, and you can just get the stone and then do the mission itself to get Mega Diancie. Pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. Nothing else that's being missed. And they just do a little promo about the DLC here. Now, in the actual breakdown trailer, right? The trailer they did where they break down what's in it. This trailer, they actually explain a lot of the stuff. So we get to see, again, Corey Knight just chilling and vibing. These massive Pokeballs, which probably would contain, like, some of the items we're going to be needing to craft these, like, these things that we're going to see exactly what it's all about. Because this girl character, this new girl character, she's essentially the source of all of it, right? This mysterious girl that appears, she is the, like, I mean, maybe not the source, but these, like, thingies on the walls, these things, these kind of, like wormholes that are opening up into hyperspace, right? She might know more about them than she's letting on, right? Because she has Hoopa, and Hoopa can open these up so you can travel inside, defeat the Pokemon inside, and come back outside. So it's going to be a DLC where you're just traveling into these wormholes. There's Ansha, right? So she has Hoopa on her side, and together, the two of them are able to actually, like, open up these wormholes to travel into them, right? As you can see, you travel through, and the other side, it's just hyperspace. It's hyperspace Lumiose. We also get to see Alolan Marowak. We get to see, I guess, Cubones. We get to see Garganacl, just chilling. We get to see Galarian, wait, is it Galarian? It is Galarian, right? I'm not mistaken. I think it's Galarian. Mr. Mime. We get to see Golisopod, which, by the way, Golisopod, according to leaks, is going to get a Mega 2, so that also makes sense. Become Pumpkaboo on the top as well. And also, as you can see, again, the levels are much higher on these guys. They're way stronger. And you will notice that there's specific missions on the top here. It looks exactly like how the missions kind of functioned for the kind of missions you can pick up to do in the ZA Royale. Look at it. It says, like, level plus 16, 474 cal, and then up on the top here, 0 out of 12,500. And then it says destroy floating Pokeballs, gets you 750 points, pick up sparkling items, 750, and catch wild Pokemon, 1,500. So it seems like that's missions we have to do to progress, I guess, the story of the wormholes. Is you go into a wormhole, you do these missions, and you continue, right? Also, you can see that this thing is going down. Like the cal thing on the side, I wonder if is that supposed to be calories, right? Maybe like food. Like you're losing calories the longer you're there. But you can see that goes down. So I guess that meter is the timing you have while you're in there, probably. There's also like little stars up here, which I guess maybe indicate the difficulty at which you're taking things on, like how difficult the specific wormholes are. Then, the key to unlocking the secrets of hyperspace is her, right? Ansha is the source of it. Because she is a donut chef, right? She makes donuts, which I'm very curious to see how these are going to function. And we can pause right here, okay? So you can see, select the donut, right? And you can see that the Pecha Meringu donut, which, yes, Pecha, using the Pekka berry, right? The one that I think you need for Pecharunt. A Pecha Meringu donut causes the following things to happen, right? A small hyperspace wild zone detected. Hyperspace wild zone, level 120. And you can see that you have, I think that's Berserker or something. But you got like Doublade and all that kind of stuff, and Beldum right there. And I guess the stars indicate, I'm guessing, the difficulty. It has to be the difficulty of the actual wormhole itself. And you can see that it's like 190 calories, and survey time that equivalates to about 2 minutes. You have about 2 minutes in there to do things, essentially, right? And there's different ones, right? You got an orange chocolate donut, asper jam donut, a tomato curry donut, a citrus rainbow donut, chesto cream donut, and a cherry curry donut, right? So you got to eat them, you awaken its powers, and you're able to go into the wormholes, right? And you can see right here, new pockets of wormhole, like ultra space, right? Now, I do wonder, like, if these spaces that they have, because some of them look very similar to areas that I could just instantly recognize, but I do wonder if any areas will genuinely look like somewhat unique or different, because I kind of doubt it. And you can see, right, destroy floating Pokeballs just as you entered it, right? Destroy Pokeballs, catch Pokemon, use the catch window, and then you have right here 188 calories, and that's going down before you run out of time, I'm guessing, right? It's equivalent to like the clock in the game. And then you can see anxious donuts, and then your order, and you can actually see that your order influences certain things, right? Like different berries influence the different kind of donuts you can make. It's interesting, okay? It's very interesting to see how this is going to function, because I guess that's going to change what kind of Pokemon or what sort of like statistics they might have when you try to catch them. So you can see donut energy increases, flavor score also increases based on the things you add, right? And the different combinations. So basically the combinations will change the kind of effectiveness of what you find. Of course, new ally, Corinna, she shows up. As we go over to the Rust Syndicate, she shows up, and I guess you get to battle her for the first time here in the beginning, right? Get to have a battle against her. This Corinna, Team MZ's latest star helper. And again, her outfit is just, it's a lot happening in this one. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of looking a little crazy with everything going on. Like, there's so many Megastones, man. It's insane. And she's going to be going with us into those Ultra Wormholes. A new discovered Mega Pokemon. Again, we've seen these fellas now, but here is Mega Chimecho, what it looks like when it evolves. There it is. Or Chimecho, I guess. So that's the first one. I don't think they mentioned much else. I don't think it gets a different... So I don't think they mention any type changes. And we can see that Chimecho here is actually 157. Level 157. Now I wonder, is that a permanent level that you're at? Or do you only get that level 57 plus while in the Ultra Wormhole? Because I think it makes more sense if you get it while you're in the Ultra Wormhole. Like basically based on the sandwiches you make, or sorry, the donuts you make, based on the donuts you make, you get a higher boosted rate of different things, right? Like you get a boosted like level and boosted like maybe damage or whatever else, right? Because you can actually see, if we go back here, you can see based on the berry you make, you get higher increased, like you get like the sweet stat, the spicy stat, sour. It looks very much like a stat spreadsheet, right? Like, with speed, attack, special attack, all that kind of stuff. It looks very similar to that. So I'm assuming that what's happening here is that, you're essentially increasing your level with the donuts, by finding berries inside of the ultra space, the hyperspace. You increase your levels so that you can go further and further and make more and more progress. I guess that would make the most sense. Excalibur also gets its Mega Evolution, which I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed. I feel like it didn't do enough to, make it look even more different. I mean, it's all right. Could have been better, though. But again, it seems like the main point of this DLC is just going into these distortions and sort of exploring and finding these stronger Pokemon. I guess we see there, let me see, what did he say? Let's actually go back. Do you think there's some sort of power floating around in here that makes Pokemon stronger? Again, what that power could be, we don't know. We do know from the list of leaked Megas, though, that there's gonna be like a few new other Pokemon, like special Pokemon getting Mega Evolutions, but we have to wait and see how that's going to turn out. Also, we can see right here, a little bit of a hint. You can see that Urbane's face looks very angry because, spoiler alert, massive spoiler right now if you haven't played ZA, okay? Massive spoiler. Skip forward right now for the next like 10, 20 seconds. So I'm about to spoil something massive, or just mute me. Basically, Urbane's mother is the daughter of Jet, the leader of, the whole fucking, Quasar Tico Corporations, right? And she went essentially missing. Is it possible she went missing inside of hyperspace, and that's why he's angry here, because you're probably going to encounter her in some way, shape, or form? That's my guess. Maybe I'm just crazy. But yeah, either way, no more spoiler alert stuff. But yeah, that's it. I think that pretty much covers everything from that trailer, and I think we just go to the official channel. I don't think there's anything else that we haven't already covered. Now, those are the 3 videos, and that's the main stuff. So that's the main stuff. We're also going to check really quickly the website, Legends ZA website. to see if anything else has dropped there, because they do update it oftentimes with new information if there's like stuff that they didn't mention. As you can see right here, you know, Excalibur, I think they just share a little bit of information. Stone's going to be acquired, can be taken to the ZA Battle Club as a reward for getting promoted in online battles. So yeah, same way as Greninja. We go to DLC. We can see if there's anything new. This, I think, is just the original direct trailer for it. There's more to discover in Lumiose. Dive deeper into the world of ZA's Mega Dimension. The DLC includes additional story content you can experience. Strange occurrences in Lumiose City. Spatial distortions appear throughout Lumiose City. These distortions appear to connect to a mysterious space, but the true nature of this strange phenomenon is unknown. It's up to you and your friends in MZ to investigate. We've already seen that. We see, of course, Hoopa is going to be in the game. Mega Raichu, you know, X and Y. Mega Chimecho, and of course Mega Excalibur. Let's open these up. Still Psychic Steel, nothing crazy there. And Dragon Ice right over here, so nothing too crazy there. And then we go down to the bottom. Dimension is coming soon. Again, it's December 10th, by the way, in case you were curious when it is dropping. We know the date now. It's nothing too crazy there. And of course, like, let's not forget the Mega Diancie as well that is possible to get right now. So before you play Shine Like a Bright Light, you need to obtain the Diancite for ZA. You can check whether you have a Diancite stone from your Satchel's Mega Stone Pocket. To play the extra side mission Shine Bright Like a Diamond, you will need to complete the main story of ZA or Legends ZA's Switch 2 edition game. So claim your Diancite. Simply just go over here to get via internet from the mystery gift menu in your game. Go to the Looker Bureau, and then you'll start the actual quest for it. So I think that pretty much covers everything from this this reveal. I don't think we've missed anything in particular. I think we've gone through all the important stuff. I'm going to check the news tab just in case. I think that's it. That's it. Actually, wait here. Battle powerful trainers in ZA Royale. Okay, so this is just them, I guess, like reconfirming that whole feature, which is you should already know about by now at this point. But yeah, every night at sundown, Pokemon battles kick into gear. You already know it. Kanari, the popular game streamer, she's obviously there. Collect colorful screws. We already know this. This is information that you guys should already know if you've been playing the game. And then, of course, you know, we have her, right, Ansha, and we get to see her actual character art, which, hey, these character arts look good, man. It's like you know, very Sugimori-ish, right? Mysterious young girl turned up with mythical Pokemon Hoopa in tow. She's a talented donut chef. Eating one of Ansha's donuts causes Hoopa's powers to awaken, allowing it to open a path into hyperspace and to diabetes. But either way, Corinna is a successor to the line of Mega Evolution gurus. So now she's called Successor Corinna, like that's her full title. She joins Team MZ in tackling strange events befalling Lumiose. And the power of the donuts, of course, the mythical Pokemon Hoopa loves donuts. When you feed the donut to Hoopa, the donut will yield a number of different effects while in hyperspace, such as powering up Pokemon you have with you. Depending on what berries the donut was made with, in hyperspace, you can find particularly useful hyperspace berries, which yield better effects than regular berries when used in donuts. Hyperspace berries will be crucial for taking on tough Pokemon with hyperspace levels. You'll need Ansha's and Hoopa's help to embark on your surveys of hyperspace. And then, yeah, you guys can see the same images again that we've already looked at. Depending on what berries you use, wait a minute! Look at those two! Hold up! That's Groudon and Kyogre. Interesting. Depending on what berries you use, Ansha may also be able to make some special donuts. So, again, I guess like certain berries we find will allow us to make donuts that will allow us, I guess, to make hyperspaces where more Hoenn Pokemon and potentially legendaries will show up. Because I'm guessing that's going to be your way of getting that. Interesting. See, this is funny because this aspect wasn't shown anywhere else on like the in the trailer, so it's interesting to see that it's actually shown off right here. And this is just post to the actual trailer where they talk about the same stuff again. Look out for hyperspace strong Pokemon. We can see even here, like if you go into this specific hyperspace wild zone, see hyperspace wild zone, that's what they're called. Estimated hyperspace level, and you can see a small hyperspace wild zone detected. You can see Charmander, Numel, and Litleo. Jeez. Is it Litleo, right? I was about to say Pyroar, but that's the evolution. But yeah, you can see the images here as well. You know, same again. You have these tasks you got to complete while you're in there. Very similar to like the ZA Royale. And then, of course, also these boost spots look a little bit different as well when you boost up. But there's that. And yeah, I think if we look right here, this is an interesting thing, though, because we haven't seen what is this supposed to show? Like, this makes sense, right? This is the Ultra Wormhole, like outside of it. And this also makes sense. But what is this showing? It's kind of like open space sort of, which we don't really see a lot of these kind of areas in the game. So I'm curious what that's about. So yeah, again, I don't think, again, I've missed anything, but we're going to double check it, triple check it, quadruple check it, just in case that we didn't miss anything important. But I think that is it. And it seems like when we go through these, I wonder if this, when we fall through here, if this is going to happen every time, or if this only happens the first time we do this. So the animation of us falling only happens the first time in the story. I do wonder, right, as maybe a way to introduce the actual story, but we'll have to wait and see. Visit a strange new dimension. Just when Team MZ's efforts seem to have been restored to peace in Lumios, something strange begins to happen, right? So yeah. I think that pretty much summarizes it. I think that is it. I want to know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below if you're watching this video. Tell me your thoughts on it. Tell me what you think about it. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you disappointed? Are you excited? Let me know. How do you rate this DLC based on what you've seen? And that's going to be it for me as in video form, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.